Hi everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we saw the process of data uploading, content creation or content uploading, which was pertaining to an email execution campaign. So now in this video, we come to the conclusion, basically the composition part where you can execute your campaigns. And we would see how effectively we can plan out the scheduling part of your campaign as well as how we can with the details of external tracking, etc. So here we have the campaign dashboard. Okay. Um, for email, we can do multiple type of campaigns like regular campaign, split A/B testing campaign, dynamic campaigns, birthday alert campaigns, or maybe follow-up campaigns. Currently, what we are going to focus on is the regular campaign mode, okay, where you're doing a mass class campaign towards your audience without any testing involved, okay. So here we click on create a regular campaign. Okay, so uh, here we have the interface where we can in one page we can schedule and execute the campaign. Okay, so the first thing, the first tab that we can see over here is the message header tab. And the very first field that we need to fill up over here is the campaign name. This is something which is for your reference. It will not be a thing that will be visible to your audience, your customers. This will be for your reference only. So you can give the campaign name. Let's say my first email campaign. Now I go for the subject line. So the subject line basically is something which, yes, would be visible to the customer. And this is the most important thing that can attract a customer to open up your emails. Because on an average, every person gets more than 100 mailers in a inbox on a daily basis. So here we can ensure that whatever subject line we're using, it should be appropriate and it should be more attractive to get the opens. So you can type the subject line over here. A very important aspect in subject line is also about personalization, where we can use, let's say, the customer's name to address them in a more friendly way. Okay. Now, here, apart from that, you also see an optimized subject line feature, which is an AI and ML based functionality that Smartech provides you to optimize your subject line basis on the score that it gives. Right. So this will help you to make a more efficient and attractive subject line. This needs some data to be in the picture and some time, like 2 or 3 months time to analyze the results as well. So here the next thing that we have is the sender type. This is something where we choose what kind of domain we are going to use to target a respective recipient domain. So for example, if I want to target my Gmail audience with one particular domain, so I may have multiple domains in my system, right, for sending out emailers. So what domain I'm going to use or what kind of sender name I'm going to use for specific type of recipient emails like Gmail, Yahoo, etc. So for that, I can decide it over here under custom option. Although we would not suggest it to use it very frequently. This is used in very rare cases when uh, certain practice requires it. Otherwise, we avoid this. So we normally go for standard mode. Okay. Now here, the sender name. This is something which would be upfrontly visible to a customer. So you need to make sure that it's something which a customer can relate to. For BFSI banking kind of industries where you have relationship managers with your customers, you can also use their names for display by using the functionality of personalization. Okay. Now, And that I can basically just do by typing a variable like RM or something like that, provided it's there in your database. Or I can just put your system name or admin info, whatever. This is the email address. This part, you can put anything as per your choice. And this needs to be selected from the drop-down that we have allocated to you, whichever is DKIM and SPF verified. Reply inbox is not mandatory, but yes, if you want to capture the responses of your customer, then definitely you can use an email ID over here, but it should be a valid and verified one. Okay, you can tag the campaign as well. To campaign, so tagging basically is just like, creating a reference or a family of campaigns, right? So if I'm going to create campaigns, especially for, let's say, COVID-19 pandemic alertness, so for that, I'll tag my campaigns, whatever I'm doing within this COVID period, I'll just tag those campaigns accordingly, like COVID-19 alerts, like that. So I can use them over here. Of course, for that, we'll first need to save the campaign as a draft. Once the campaign is saved, we then get an option to tag the campaign. Okay, so I can use any of my existing tags, or I can just create a tag over here. Okay, I can give a color code to it. Sure. Okay, and just for what we cannot have space, we can have underscore over here. Okay, it gets added to my system. Now I can basically just select that. And tag my campaign. Now, once your header is filled, now it's time to select the content. Okay, if as per the previous video, you have already created and stored your template in your content library, then you can just simply go to this template library option, and here you can type or select your template which you have created. Okay, I select the template, and I can choose a footer message of my choice. There are two kind of footers: social or message unsubscription footer. So I can choose over here for them. It's just mandatory to have a default or maybe a custom opt-out option for all of your emailers, especially if you're doing for promotional. Okay, there are some other options as well, like HTML version. This is in case you're doing on the fly campaign and you have the source code with you, so you can just paste it out over here directly, or you can just type it out over here. If it's a plain text, you can just type out straight away over here. Or if it's a source code that you need to paste, then you can click on this source option and you can paste the code over here. Right? For example, I would quickly show you one. Yeah, let's say this is an HTML. Okay. I do a control U on this. I get the source code. Okay. I do a control A, control C. Okay. And I paste the code over here. Right. So I get my source template ready over here. This is one more way of doing the campaign. This is on the fly template registration. So now the next stage where I want to send out my campaign. So first I'll have to select the list or the audience to whom I'm going to send this out. So already the list that we have created or the segment that we have created, we can select them over here. I can also choose all identified contacts, basically my complete master list over here. That is but a risky thing. You need to make sure if that campaign is really eligible for sending out such a huge audience. It could damage your domain also if something goes wrong. Okay. So now once we select the audience, Then you can do a test within your internal team. Okay, you can click on this option of using predefined test contacts. So whichever you have saved previously in the test list, you can use them over here, or you can use anyone from the history by click on this use from history option. Type the ID and that will be available over here. Once you do a test broadcast over here, then if you get the email and everything is fine, then you actually had to select your main audience. Basically, you already selected, you actually had to send out the campaign now. You also have some options like putting a CC copy, which is not a default feature. You need to activate that from the backend. I mean, from your admin section, basically. You can do it by yourself. This is basically just to give a copy of the campaign at the end of the last emailer being sent, just to give verification that the campaign has ended. Extras have options like using an attachment like a PDF file or image file over here. Then you have filters option to choose certain kind of filters for exclusion. So if you are going to use any of the filtered list or segments that you have created for suppression, you can filter them out over here. You can also choose to filter any particular domain as well over here. Like email address contains Gmail. So I can put that condition also over here to exclude the contacts from my list, from my campaign actually. Okay, and then you can use the filter over here. This is, of course, it's not mandatory, but it's just for you business use. If you have such kind of a requirement to exclude any contacts from your campaign, then you can use this feature. The other two options are basically just to have an external publishing of your template on a Facebook handle or a Twitter handle. That's actually very rarely used nowadays, so we can pretty much skip that. Then we come to GA tracking model. This is something wherein your marketing team would be interested into, like if they're handling Google Analytics for your website performance, and your goal of sending email is to take the customer on your website and make them do some activity over there. So in order to map or track this activity, you need to put a tracking code, which can help you to understand the reports better on your Google Analytical report dashboard. So here you can put the source code, like for example, SmartTech is a source. Medium would be, let's say, email, because email is a channel that is being used, and the campaign name. These two are the mandatory fields that you can add. Apart from this, you can also add content name, something like that. What was the content about? So you can just type, let's say, COVID alert, right? So this basically would be auto attached towards your HTML links. So your links on your HTML template basically. And then you can keep a track of all the customers who have visited your website by coming through this particular campaign or doing a click from this particular template, right? This is also an optional thing, okay? So you can, if you want to use it, you can use it, or you can skip it. On the same lines, we have conversion tracking. That basically requires a direct connectivity or integration with your website. So how your system, how your platform, SmartTech platform talks with your website and capture details, that is basically something we do in integration. And once that is done, then whatever your goal activities behind sending out the email campaign, like you want the customer to do a checkout on your website, right? Or give you some business. So has that activity been performed with the help of these emailers or not? This you can track from conversion tracking, right? So when we get the results or reports of the campaign, we would be able to see it over there, how the conversions can be tracked. Okay. This is also, of course, optional. You can use it or you can skip it. And the last option is something where you apply your scheduling skills when you want to schedule it. Send now or send later, right, on which date and time. And also you have an option of send time optimization over here. This is again an AI and ML based feature which you can use to optimize your delivery time. So let's say if person A has a preference of opening his inbox mainly between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and a person B has a preference between 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So when the email is blasted, let's say you have done it at the noon, 12 p.m. Okay, even the email is blasted, the email would not immediately go to them. For person A, it will go at 8 to 9 p.m. slot, and for person B, it will go between 3 to 4 p.m. slot. That is how we try to make the emailers placed in the top 4 or 5 mirrors of his inbox, which can attract his eyeballs and he can open the emails preferably. That is the functionality of this feature, and definitely it works a lot in improving your engagement ratio. Right, and finally, you basically do a preview and publish. So here you send out your campaign, you do a final preview of it, how the campaign looks and all. Okay, and then you basically also do a live test to see how personalized it looks. You can do that also over here. And if everything is okay, the size, everything is given over here. If everything is okay, then you can just click on publish to world, so that it starts delivering out the communications. Right. So it's a clear and a short procedure to send out an email campaign, pretty much a straightforward process. If you have any doubts, any concerns or feedback, do let us know. We can try to improve that. In fact, very soon we will be having a new version of email campaign look. I would have a video for that as well. So till then, as of now, goodbye and take care. Thank you.